What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy, Marlon. We're back at it again with another edition of the show, another episode of Let's Talk PlayStation and Xbox. And on today's episode, this is episode 6, I believe, since we started this. And this is where we kind of tackle some of the bigger stories from the week that we literally just got out of when it comes to news and everything. So I appreciate you guys for the tremendous support. Do me a favor, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button if you are brand new to the channel. So man, we have a lot of stuff to dig into, but before we get started here, I will go ahead and address the chat, give everybody some shout outs, see how everybody's been doing. I know we just got up out of a very, very interesting week. Me per se, I've picked up The Last of Us remake, played it on the channel for you guys, around 4 hours of gameplay, and kind of doing a sort of an in-depth review for you guys where I just go through and everything that I experience, I will talk about it. A lot of controversy around the actual game and stuff, but I picked it up. I saw a lot of people in the live review itself said that they purchased the game and they were going to pick it up as soon as they get off work. And I think that's the big purpose of doing live reviews on the channel, is to give you guys live gameplay, check out all the settings, check out the resolution settings, see what's there. And one thing I can say about PlayStation is that they're all about quality, and that's what differentiates themselves from other companies in the industry. Well, not so much on Nintendo's side, because Nintendo is known for their quality, but next to Microsoft, and Microsoft is really trying to play catch up with that. But for something that came out in 2013, and to really see, it wasn't a major remake, but man, it definitely looks a lot better than the PS4 version in every single way, especially when it comes down to the character models, the environment, and the combat just feels a bit more complete in my eyes. And also with the DualSense features, I mean, when you're in the rain, you can actually feel the raindrops, in the controller, down to the actual shooting mechanics. You can feel everything. Obviously, when you pull the bowstrings and everything, you can feel the resistance in the triggers. Tons of stuff. I would definitely say that really, really changed the way how you actually experience that game. And so, do I agree with the $70 price tag? No. All remakes, I think, in my opinion, should be $40 or $50, no more than that. But we're living in a world where everything is going up in price, and we just have to deal with it. We can complain all we want. I mean, we were stressing our thoughts and opinions about the price hike, and Sony did not care. Obviously, the price is going to be the price. Is either you pay it or you don't pay it. So that's just what it is. Take it or leave it. Is either you buy it or you don't buy it. And so as a content creator, it's my due diligence to continue to serve you guys well and do what I can, regardless of how I feel as a consumer. I'm always going to speak up, if it's an anti-consumer practice or it's a pro-consumer practice. I mean, every single company have some sort of anti-consumer trait within them, and that's just the nature of the beast, And so we always have to speak up and let our voice be heard somewhat. I know some of you guys are going to wait for a sale for the game. Some of you guys are going to pick it up. Some of you guys already picked it up since day one. But yes, definitely, I will be continuing my playthrough out on Twitch. Twitch, MarlonGamingNation. I will continue out on there. Definitely a lot more to play and a lot more to experience on that particular title. I mean, it's just crazy how when you have a solid studio, behind you, and what you are going to get as far as the quality. And that's something that PlayStation is known for. So appreciate you guys for taking the time out of your day to actually watch the live review. And man, it was just a lot of what. You guys already know how I get down when I see something very spectacular or something is just really blowing my mind. I'm like, what? And so yeah, it was definitely a fun experience. So if you haven't checked out that, live review slash gameplay session that we had and kind of in depth going through every little thing, check it out on the channel. I appreciate you guys. Okay. All right. Shout outs to all of you guys. I know yes, obviously that's subjective. Some of you guys said it wasn't a 10. That's fine. To me, the game was already a 10 to begin with. And then just add in the extra layer, right, of character models and graphics and environment and 3D sound. And oh my God, the sound, I didn't even get to even touch up on that a while ago. The sound is incredible, especially, with the Pulse 3D headset. I mean, you can hear the clickers. I mean, you can hear a clicker behind you. You can hear a runner like beside you. Like, I mean, everything just, it's the definitive way to play The Last of Us. If you're a Last of Us fan, that is definitely the way to play and experience the game. I'm telling you guys, it's spectacular. It literally is. And so I really wanted to sort of highlight those things for you guys. It's not just about the controller or the 3D audio or the whole situation about it's just everything. The character model, it's just everything. It's just like, wow. Wow. And it's built on the PS5, and PS5 makes a big difference, man. I know I've seen where people are saying PS5 is a joke and this and that, but hey, that's subjective. I mean, your thoughts is your thoughts. I saw this article from a journalist saying that the PS5 is not a great console. The PS5 is garbage or whatever. There's nothing that really shows you what the PS5 can do. That's a lie. That's a lie. Because, again, subjective, okay? Sony just cannot catch a break because it seemed like all they've been taking is just L's as of late, okay? We're going to get into the topics, but so I saw this article and, the PS5 is not great. Oh, there's nothing that really shows you what the PS5 can do. That's a lie, okay? That's a lie. Again, that's your own opinion. It's subjective. I understand that. But to sit there and say that Sony has not delivered and really show you what the PS5 can do, that is not true. The Last of Us, okay? The Last of Us remake shows you what the PS5 can do, okay? Regardless, like I said before, and I'm going to say it again, I don't agree with the $70 price tag. I've said it before. I think the game should have been cheaper, right? It should be at least $40, $50 at the most. But that's Sony, the greed of Sony. Sony is charging $70, but my God, the quality, it looks really good, okay? So there you have it. Sony's not going to change their price for nobody. They're sticking to $70 this entire generation. We've been crying about it before launch or a little bit after launch, and Sony haven't changed the price. So the price is going to be the price. Is either you pay or you wait for a sale. But here is my thing. Last of Us remake, that's one. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, say what you want to say. A lot of people did not like Ratchet and Clank, and you would think that Ratchet and Clank, a lot of people would like that game, right? Because, well, you grew up playing Ratchet and Clank, man. Come on, PS2. You grew up playing Ratchet and Clank. And a lot of people missed out on playing Ratchet and Clank, but at the same time, it's catering to a whole new generation of people. That game looks amazing. Amazing. Really shows you what the PS5 can do. You know what I mean? Like going into different dimensions with the Rift, like it's just instant. Like it's crazy. You know, going into a new world, like in instant, not even seconds, just instantly, just zoop into another world, zoop back into another world. Like it's crazy. So nobody can deny that. Ratchet and Clank looks amazing, and it shows you what the PS5 can do. Do I need to keep going? Demon Souls remake. Again, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You don't have to be a fanboy, because even Xbox fanboys or Xbox-centric guys, they can say, wait a minute, wow, this looks really good. I might want to get a PS5. Demon Souls remake is nowhere else but on PlayStation 5. And let me tell you, talking about a remake, no, that's a remake. Talking about graphics, talking about loading times, talking about just a masterpiece of a showpiece for next generation, Demon Souls. Okay, Microsoft has not shown us anything like that. Nobody else, when it comes to next generation, has not shown us anything like what Sony is showing us. So regardless of how anti-consumer Sony is, regardless of the negativity around Sony as of late, and what people are saying about T-flops, which that's dead in the water at this point, right? Nobody can deny that Sony delivered this generation so far when it comes to giving us certain titles. Not every single title was next gen to me. Like Returnal, Returnal wasn't really next gen like how Demon Souls remake was. I feel like Returnal was a game that could run on PS4 and no problems, right? But that's just my opinion. It didn't really pull me in as far as next gen. What really pulled me in was the biomes and obviously the story and Celine and things of that nature. But I think that game could have ran on. Look at Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us Part 2 looks better than Returnal. Okay? So, I mean, if Last of Us Part 2 looks that good and plays that good, gameplay-wise, yeah, Returnal could have ran on there. I think all these games could run on lower-powered hardware, but at the same time, it's just not going to look as good. Or you're not going to get the features of the DualSense or the faster load times or the Pulse 3D headset or the Tempest engine or whatever the case may be. You're not going to get all those bells and whistles, right? But my God, when you really look at the Last of Us remake, how the cutscenes are running in real time, every emotion on the characters' faces, like those are things that you just cannot do with the hardware that we had before. And that's why I said you have to play it for yourself. You cannot just sit on the other side of the fence and say, oh, Marlon, I'm not going to play this. Okay, because of what everybody else have been saying. Listen, bro, listen. I was one of the ones when I first saw the rumor that we're going to get a Last of Us remake. I was like, why? You know what I mean? First thing I was like, why? The game is not even 10 years old yet. Why are we getting a remake for a game that's not even 10 years old yet? And didn't you do a remaster not that long ago? And then obviously the $70, I'm like, $70? I'm like, well, maybe they're going to add everything in there. And we didn't really get that much gameplay on the game. But as I start looking at the reviews and start looking at gameplay, I'm like, good Lord, like, okay, like this looks really good. Like I need to pick this up and really play it and experience it for myself on the channel to see what you guys think, because I know a lot of you guys been on the fence, but man, there are certain things that the PS5 is doing that PS3 couldn't give us, or PS2 or PS4, you know what I mean? Let alone PS1. PS5 is in a whole league of its own, and Series X is in a whole league of its own. Like the hardware, I think both hardwares are great. It's just the studios that are behind the hardware and, you know, what they can do and what they can't do. But there's nobody in this chat that can deny the power and the capabilities of Sony. Say what you want to say about their marketing. Say what you want to say about them being anti-consumer, whatever. When it comes to their games, when it comes to their first party studios, it's the best. It's literally the best. Just like Nintendo, I give them their flowers. Just like Sony, I give them their flowers. When it comes to their IPs, man, when it comes to really showing you what systems can do, Nintendo and Sony. Microsoft, on the other hand, we still trying to see that. You know what I mean? And hopefully this generation, we can really see Microsoft tap into the power and the capabilities of the Series X, right? And just really just sort of just blow us away. But I know a lot of people don't have a PS5, and you're really missing out. You're really missing out. Whether you're a PC guy, if you're a PC guy, then, well, hey, you can wait to play the games on PC if you want, but there's certain features and capabilities that the PS5 offers that you cannot get anywhere else but on the PS5, okay? That's just the way it is. It's a computer, but you just can't get the features, the adaptive trigger, the controls, everything, just the audio and just everything. You know what I mean? The UI experience, and you just have to buy it and play it for yourself. And that's why I say that I'm going to make it a Call of Duty that I pick up every single thing that is released so that I can do a live review, because this channel is a live channel, right? Let's face it. And the reason why I've turned this channel into a live channel is because I get live feedback right away. I don't have to wait for a comment to pop up on my video. It's right there, and I can get the emotions of you guys right there and then. Okay. So clearly I've made it to the point where I'm just like, listen, as long as you guys are getting the value out of the channel with us doing these live streams, well, I am good to go. But I am telling you, for people who are saying, oh, the PS5 is a waste of time, or the PS5 is the worst console, well, that's your opinion. But to me, I feel like the PS5 is one of the greatest, one of the best consoles that Sony has put out. Like, I'm just going to keep it $150 with you guys. I'm just going to keep it $150. Like, it's just, that's just what it is to me. I think the PS5 is the best console since PS2. I'm just going to be honest. PS4 was great, but it ain't no PS5. PS3 was great, but it ain't no PS5. But the PS2 to me, I mean, we have experienced games on PS2. I mean, the jump from PS1 to PS2 was, oh my God, out of this world crazy. But man, oh man, the PS5, I mean, it's just on a whole nother level. It's just on a whole nother level. So Series X as well. I mean, I think with how underpowered the Xbox One, at least the original Xbox One was, and then comparing it to the Series X and the power and the capabilities and the IO throughput and the SSD and all of that is just crazy. So you can't listen to people, man, because people's opinions are their opinions. It's subjective. I understand that, but you have to pick up these consoles. You have to pick up these games for yourself to really kind of solidify yourself as a person and try to figure out, man, is this worth my hard-earned dollar or not? Okay? Because if you join the fanboy camp, then your judgment is going to be clouded by fanboyism. And then at the same time, you're sitting there wondering like, oh my God, why did I make this decision when I should have went this way? You know? And that's why I've always said, you know what? I don't listen to reviews. I play the game for myself. And if I like it, who cares what everybody else have to say, right? Because somebody else from IGN or somebody else from YouTube that are way bigger or have bigger influence might say, oh, this game is garbage. You should not buy it. You should not play it. And then at the same time, you buy the game and play the game and you just love it, right? Same thing with the PS5. Oh, PS5 is garbage. But then you end up buying the PS5 and end up loving it and blown away by all the features and capabilities. Is the PS5 perfect? No, it's not. But at the same time, that's just the way it works. That's the way it is. So I just have to keep it $150 with you guys. Patrick, thank you so much for the $5. Says, what's this? LMO. I said the PS5 was better because I personally think the games were more fun. Examples being MGS 2 and 3, Silent Hill 2. Fun examples being MGS2. Okay, got you. Final Fantasy 10 and Jack and Daxter. Yeah, for sure, man. PS2 was just in a league of its own, and it was just a whole different experience at the time. Jumping from PS1 to PS2, I mean, that jump was just insane, right? And so, man, PS5, I feel like it's just getting started, right? I feel like, you know, we have a lot more to really experience with PS5, especially games that are built from the ground up to fully take advantage of the hardware. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Like I said before, it's a bunch of cross-generation stuff happening right now for the past almost 2 years. But I guarantee you 2023 and beyond, there's going to be some games that are built directly ground up for PS5. No remake, just new IPs that's probably going to just blow us away and make a lot of people feel like, oh my God, I feel like I've gotten my $500 worth. For me, my $500 is already worth it. I have two PS5s and they are both worth it to me because the games that I've experienced, Demon Souls Remake, Ratchet and Clank, The Last of Us Remake, man, the list goes on and on and on and on and on, right? Now, the thing is, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, like every generation, every start of every generation is not going to be perfect because you're going to have a lot of games that might come out that you might not like or you might not be pleased. Hence why we're going to be talking about God of War Ragnarok gameplay. Like a lot of people was not happy with the way how God of War Ragnarok looked. Like some people are saying, well, it's not no graphical boost from the last time we saw it. They're not happy with how it looks. Like people are saying, oh, it looks like God of War 2018. And a lot of these people, when Sony finally shows off the game and show 4K footage, a lot of people are just going to be blown away and they're going to end up picking it up. So I digress, but let's get off into these topics, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for the tremendous support. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that share button. Okay. Now, where is my iPad? Hold up. Let me get my iPad, guys. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right, let's get it. Let's get it on, guys. I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Let's talk. Let's talk. Because, like I said, Sony, they have been in the news lately like crazy. And Google Eyes, thank you so much for the $2. I appreciate you. They have been in the news as of late, man, like crazy. And it's nothing good. It's literally nothing good. It's a lot of bad news going around when it comes to PlayStation. And I really want to talk about this because, you see, that's what I tell you guys this all the time. I love PlayStation. You guys already know this already. Shouts to every one of you guys that are here. Okay. Now, I really want to talk about this. Sony being anti-consumer once again. Once again. It's already bad enough about the price hike. Right? Obviously, I saw the price hike happening when they interviewed someone at Sony and they failed to comment on the whole price hike situation for PS5. We already knew that this was going to happen. So I don't know why a lot of people was acting surprised like, oh, well, I wasn't expecting this. Like I saw it coming a mile away. Okay. So let's talk. Let's dive into this because this is very, very important. And like I said, I'm always going to call Sony out. I love Sony. You guys already know how I get down with Sony. I love Sony. I love their games. But when you're wrong, you're wrong. And this is completely wrong. Okay. So diving into our first conversation here, let's dive into this one. So check this out. Don't know if you guys know, but there's articles floating around. If you don't pay attention to Twitter, well, I'm guessing you're missing out because Sony pulled a big anti-consumer move once again. Once again. So The Last of Us, obviously a lot of controversy around the remake because of some people thought to themselves, well, it's not worth $70. They should have added factions. I'm not buying it, whatever the case may be. But the big anti-consumer move is that, well, the Firefly editions of the game, right? It was already limited because it's a collector's item. It's a limited edition. It's already limited, and it's only, directly pointed towards PlayStation because PlayStation Direct, right? Obviously, that's the only place that you can get it. Here is my problem. When you are shipping something, right? If you are the person that's shipping, I used to work in the shipping industry, okay? I used to work for FedEx for little over 7 years, right? So I have a perfect understanding of how shipping works. And a $1 billion corporation like Sony, this is from your retail store, not even retail store, but this is from PlayStation Direct. This is your storefront, right? You are shipping out collector's item to people, right? And common sense is, you know what? Let's put it in a box. Let's put some bubble wraps in there. Let's bubble wrap it. Let's put some air cushions in there so that when it's, listen, I understand that UPS, they throw your packages and stuff like that. But Sony literally put, I wish I had one of those little packages. It's one of those. Let me show you guys what Sony did. Oh my God. This is ridiculous, bro. Sony ended up putting a collector's item, right? A collector's item in a package like this. Really? In a bubble wrap package? There's no cushion in there? Really? And then the anti-consumer part about it is, we're not going to give you your money back. No exchange, no refund. No exchange, no refund. That's it. Okay? Take it or leave it. You spend $100. The game is already overpriced as it is, but you're spending $100 for a collector's item. It's already bad enough scalpers are selling it for $600, $500, right? It's already tough because they made it exclusive just to PlayStation Direct. This is your storefront, Sony. It's like they can't stay away from taking L's. It's like bad news after bad news after bad news. You're really gonna ship a collector's item in a little plastic air bubble package like this, knowing that somebody can easily toss the package and it can have dents on it. The discs can break or whatever. This is a collectible item. People are spending money on this, higher than the standard edition of the game, right? And then you're going to say, oh, we don't care. We're not giving you any money back. No refund, nothing. Just they take it or leave it. Like it is what it is. And it's crazy because all the developers, obviously, they have the better version of the Firefly edition, right? Because Naughty Dog send them, the Firefly edition for their participation in the development of the game. And obviously their copies are just fine. But for us consumers that sit there and spend our hard-earned dollar, we're expecting to get what we pay for, right? And it's already bad enough. It's like, wait, what? Sony, are you serious? You're just not going to issue any refund. You're not going to attend to these people that have their packages damaged in transit, because if you package your item correctly from the shipping center, from the Sony shipping center from PlayStation Direct in the first place, none of this would have happened. How cheap can you be? How cheap can you be to buy a box? How much a box costs? I mean, you're a $1 billion company. Y'all ship and receive things all the time. So a box is not going to charge you, but what, pennies? You know what I mean? Per box, pennies, right? And I mean, I don't understand. I don't get it. But you put it in something like this, knowing that UPS is going to toss the package, knowing that FedEx might toss the package around. It might that potentially can get damaged in transit, right? You put it in something thin as this, of course it's going to get damaged. It's not rocket science. You know what I mean? You have these PlayStation nice wrappers around it, but there's no cushion in there. So of course it's gonna get damaged, and we're not gonna refund you. There's nothing that we can do about that. You're on your own. You spend $100. That's a collector's item, whether or not it's a collector's item or not. You have to package it well, because you know how these carriers are. Like they will toss your package. They'll play football with your package. At least if it's in a box, it won't get damaged that easily, because you have these air bubble cushions around it, and then you can wrap it with air bubbles. See, like the air bubbles like this. Like you can wrap it with this. Wrap it up. It's not hard. I used to do this for a living. Wrap it up with this, with air bubbles, right? And then get these inflated air cushions around the actual package and put it in a box. Put it in a little box. It's not hard. I have boxes here from shipments. Put it in a box and tape it up and ship it. Well, I mean, is it going to cost you too much money to do that? Man, I don't understand. I just don't understand these companies, man. I just don't get it. Y'all don't believe me? Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. This is ridiculous, man. Like, But you have people out here defending this stuff. Like, no, call them out. This is BS. How would you feel if you spend $100 on a collectible item or $200 on a collectible item and then it gets damaged and then you call Sony and then they're like, oh, sorry, can't do nothing to help you. You're on your own. Well, that's what if your disc is broken or something like that? Oh, sorry, can't help you. That's $100. You just lost $100. While you can ask for shipping insurance, it's coming directly from PlayStation. It's not like you are shipping something like you are the shipper type thing. No, it's coming from somewhere else. So you have no control over who they're shipping it through or whatever the case, whether it's FedEx, UPS, DHL, Lone Star, what if you're in Texas, LSO. You don't know who they're shipping. It's the shipper responsibility to make sure that the item is packaged correctly so it doesn't get damaged in transit. But you have people out here damage controlling for Sony. No. I love PlayStation, but you have to call them out on this stuff. How much more L's, how much more bad news can you take? Jesus, man. I'm just sick to my stomach. Like, I just look at it for yourselves. Look at this, man. Are you serious right now? This is pathetic. Look at the package that they sent it in. $100 item. Damaged. Literally damaged. Oh, Sony's reportedly not replacing damaged items. Oh, we don't care. You spent $100? Oh, we're sorry. We don't care. $99. You have places selling it for $600, $500. You can't buy the Firefly Edition anywhere else but directly through PlayStation. And this is how you handle your consumers? This is how you handle your loyal customers? Really? Is this how you treat your consumers? Right? This is extremely disappointing, man. Extremely disappointing. I literally cannot believe this. Look at this stuff. Ridiculous. Look at this. Ridiculous. Look at this. Literally insane. Look at this. Shout outs to what's this? Revolution Wi-Fi. Look at these packages. Damaged, mangled. Look at this stuff. Look at this. Man, this is terrible. Man. Like, obviously there are some ones out there that are worse than this, but my God, poor packaging. Literally poor packaging. Right? Oh, we're not gonna refund you your money. We don't care. This is disappointing, man. It's really, really disappointing as a fan, as a collector, as a fan of Last of Us. This is very, very disappointing. And it just shows you that Sony does not care. There's a large number of people right now that is saying that all of their copies of this game is coming and it's coming damaged. Man, this is sad, bro. Jeff, thank you for the $5. Says, hey, do you happen to watch the Drew Founder review of The Last of Us remake about it not being 4K and the 4K looks just like 1440? Yeah, I saw it. But is that going to stop you from buying the game? I don't know, man. You got to ask that to yourself. PlayStation fan, thank you for the $2. Where is the PS5 showcase, bro? Nobody knows, man. Nobody knows. We're going to get into that, in the latter part of this, but thank you so much for the donations. Listen, man. Sony, once again, is in the news, but in a very bad way. Something as fundamental as shipping. You're shipping something. Protect it, man. Protect it. People are spending their money, right? They reach out to ask PlayStation. They call PlayStation. Nope. Sorry, we don't care. We're not gonna refund you your money. There's zero packaging materials inside that sleeve. Like there's nothing protecting it. God, man, Sony. I don't know what Sony is doing. Their marketing as of late sucks, right? The Last of Us remake, they barely even promote that, right? God of War Ragnarok, people are upset about that. right? Obviously, they're like, really a minute gameplay, really not proper gameplay. There's no proper marketing, no proper hype. They're being very, very quiet. Like, people are confused if we're getting a PS5 showcase or not. Sony. I just don't know what's happening. What is happening at PlayStation right now? I just don't know. It's like they can't catch a break. Price hike. People are upset about that situation. Almost 2 years later, you would think that, oh, the price will go down, or we're getting some type of a mid-gen refresh at this point, or a PS5 Slim. No, we're getting different models of the PS5, lighter models of the PS5. Like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. But you know what? Like I said, stuff like this, you have to call them out. You know what I mean? You have to call them out on stuff like this, because Sony can do better. And it just seems like as of late that they just don't care. Like, they just don't care. It's just like, just take it or leave it type of mentality. And it's like, bro, you have to be more pro-consumer as possible, because being pro-consumer is definitely going to win the hearts of your consumers at the end of the day. You keep being anti-consumer like this, eventually, hey, the money train with the biscuit wheels is going to stop. It's going to stop one way or the other. You're going to collide into a brick wall, and that brick wall is just not going to help you. It's not going to help you, because at that point, the cockiness, the arrogance, because you feel like, well, we're PlayStation. We have huge brand loyalty, but crap like this, really? Something as small as making sure that your games are packaged, or your items are packaged correctly before it's shipped, because you know once it gets into the hand of the carrier, like whether it's UPS, FedEx, whoever, they're gonna toss, most of the times these couriers, they're gonna toss your package around, and then by the time it gets to you, it's mangled, or look like a dog bit into the package or something like that, or it got ripped open, or whatever the case may be, and you spend top dollar for this stuff. So there goes your $100. Now you got a damaged Last of Us Firefly Edition on your shelf, right? That you spent $100 for, because you want a pristine copy of that, because you're a collector. People that spend $100 on this game clearly are collectors. Clearly, they're a huge fan of the series. They don't care about the $70, price hike. They don't care. They just like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm buying this. It sucks, man. This is not a good look. This is not a good look for Sony. And obviously, with the whole situation that's going on right now, people are speaking out about PlayStation Plus Premium, saying, well, that's another anti-consumer practice on Sony's behalf. They come out with this new service, and it's like, people are just not, people that are paying the premium price tag, they're not happy. They don't feel like there's enough classic games that are being updated month to month into this subscription service to warrant them keeping PlayStation Plus Premium. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is a problem, right? The Last of Us remake, missed opportunity. Don't know what's going on with the marketing. Don't know what's going through Sony's mind. Like, one would really sit down and really think like, okay, well, PlayStation Plus Premium is our top tier membership. Let's throw The Last of Us in here. Let's throw The Last of Us remake in here, right? As a game trial, something. If you're not going to put it day and date with PlayStation Plus Premium, at least throw a game trial. Hello, it's a new first party. Oh, well, it's not a new first party game, but hello, it's a new release from you, right? It's coming from one of your first party studios, right? Throw it into game trials. Heck, you have a bunch of third party stuff in there. Throw it into game trials. It's not that hard. Slap on a 2-hour trial, or at least a 4-hour trial for people to actually play the game, try it out, see if they want to spend $70 or not. Like, missed opportunities, man. Missed opportunities. Just a bunch of missed opportunities that I'm seeing. But like I said before, Sony is going to be Sony at the end of the day. They feel like they can do minimal effort for big rewards, and it does not work that way, ladies and gentlemen. It does not work that way. And we have to continue to call them out on this stuff. We have to. Whether or not the consumer thinks something is worth it or not. Extend the olive branch. People are spending $18 a month. Extend the olive branch. For all of your first party titles, put them into the PlayStation Plus Premium, right? Because that's what initially you said that was going to happen, right? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. Christopher, thank you for the $2. Says Sony going to turn into Sega if keep fed up fans. Listen, bro. Thank you for the $2. I don't know. Like I said, this is not the same Sony, and we're going to move on to the next topic after this. This is not the same Sony, guys. This is clearly not the same Sony, okay? Sony, when I was growing up, was a whole different Sony from the Sony that we have now. The Sony back then really cared a lot more. Like the Sony that we have now, they just don't care. You see it right now with the Firefly Edition. They don't care. $1 billion company. You should at least say, okay, you know what? It's a limited product, so we're not going to be able to give you a replacement. But what we can do is give you $100 gift card or something, $100 credit, something pro-consumer. But to say, oh, we're not going to replace the game. Oh, we're not going to give you back your money. Come on, man. Really? How anti-consumer can you get? You're declining replacements. I get it. It's a limited edition, right? It's a Firefly edition. It's a special edition game. But my God, at least give them something. At least give them something for the inconvenience. Say, hey, you know what? We're not going to do this, but we can give you something in return for your inconvenience. We're sorry because our packaging department sucks and we're buying this directly from, dude, I buy things from Walmart or Best Buy, and it's packaged way better than this sleeve, this like, I don't even know, little thin cardboard sleeve that they drop this big old collector's edition box into. You know it's going to get bent up and mangled and tossed around, but you don't care because you're PlayStation. You don't care because you had the brand loyalty. You don't care because you know you're going to have people, you know, defending you and things of that nature. And for the ones who are sitting there saying, well, PlayStation Plus Premium is a month old or it's this. Listen. First impression is always the last, right? We are approaching, it came out in June, right? We're in September now. And launching the actual service, right? You're supposed to blow people away. First impression, you're supposed to blow people away when you launch something. And clearly when they launch PlayStation Plus Premium, Extra is the way to go. I've said it in my review. Extra is the way to go, not Premium. At least not now, right? What we're going to sit here do? Sit there and wait for Sony to be great with PlayStation Plus Premium while we sit there spending $18? Sit down and think about that. We are sitting here spending $18 and waiting for Sony to add more value to PlayStation Plus Premium for us to feel justified that we're spending $18 the right way. Nah, man, no. How about not signing up for the service to begin with? How about just waiting until they start dropping the games or dropping more value into the service? That's what I would say. I'm just saying. It's like some people, they just feel like Sony is perfect, and they're not perfect, man. They're far from being perfect. It's like if Sony could just literally have their way, Microsoft was not in the competition space, and it was just Sony with the next gen hardware, I think it would be a whole lot worse than this. But like I said, if it's not directly affecting you, or even if it is affecting you, you just don't care because people are just going to put out the best. Oh, no, you're just tripping for no reason. Oh, no, there's nothing wrong with PlayStation Plus Premium. Oh, okay. That's fine. If you think PlayStation Plus Premium is great, if you think crap like this where Sony is shipping out stuff and it gets damaged in transit because terrible packaging to even begin with, oh, that's nothing to complain about. But how would you feel if you spent $100 on something or $200, $500 on an item and then it comes mangled like it been through a storm or something? How would you feel about that? And then you call the company that actually shipped it to you in the terrible packaging that it was presented in, right? And you spend your money. Even somebody that's rich, you don't have money to throw away, man. It's hard times. But you have people out here, the PlayStation Defense Force coming out. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, because it's not directly affecting you. I'm tired of the selfish people, bro. I'm tired of the selfish people. And Sony can never do anything wrong. It's always right. It's always right. It's never wrong. And Sony is not perfect. I love Sony. I tell you guys all the time, I love Sony, but I'm always going to call them out. I'm always going to call them out, doggone it. I'm always going to. If they're doing something wrong, I'm going to call them out. If Sony is being pro-consumer, if Sony is doing something good, then I'm going to be like, good job, Sony. But I'm not going to defend them if they're doing something wrong. I'm not going to damage control the situation if they're doing something wrong. It is what it is. Take the L. Shoot, I got to take L's. People make videos calling me out and saying this and saying that, trying to ruin my reputation, right? Calling me out maybe because I have a bad take on something. Hey, I got to take that L, right? We all got to take L's, bro. So there's no justifying this. There's no justifying it at all. Like, if it's wrong, it's wrong. If Microsoft does something anti-consumer, they deserve to be called out too. If they're doing something pro-consumer, then good job, Microsoft. Nintendo, the same thing. I called Nintendo out for their terrible online, right? Their online is garbage, still garbage to this day, right? But they're charging and charging and charging whatever they're charging for it. You can't even talk to your friends. You got to download an app. I call Nintendo out. I love Nintendo. I grew up playing Nintendo games and stuff like that. But there's a lot of things that's lacking on the Nintendo Switch. The terrible 2003 UI, right? It just looks, listen, don't get me started. Every company have their faults, okay? Sony, we're talking about Sony right now. They're not perfect. They're not. PS5 is not perfect. It's a great console. It's one of the best consoles ever made from PlayStation, but it's not perfect. So we got to stop doing that. We got to break that ice. We got to break that cycle. We got to stop doing that. Mr. Nix, thank you for the $2. Says, I hope your Jotnar records don't break. Man, I literally bought, I don't remember who spent the $285. I forgot who donated that $285 for me to get the Jotnar edition. Dude, I will be pissed. Regardless of somebody donating it, regardless if it's me paying my hard-earned money on it, you're going to see me rage. Kratos rage. Because a lot of my anger and a lot of my ways literally stem from me playing God of War when I was a kid. And sometimes I feel like I have Kratos trait, like when Kratos was much younger. Like I'm not as angry as I used to be, or sometimes it might come out that I get angry or whatever the case may be. But a lot of Kratos ways, sometimes I just feel like doing certain things, you know what I mean? But I have to realize, nah, just chill, bro. You want to see rage? Yeah. Let my Jotnar edition comes in the mail, right? Directly from PlayStation, and it's mangled or the packaging is damaged. Ooh. Y'all ain't seen mad yet. That's $200 and almost $300. Almost $300. Let my Jotnar edition comes damaged, and y'all will see a whole different side of me. And let them tell me that, oh, you can't get your money back, and see what happens. No, I ain't playing. I am not playing. Money is too hard to come by. You know what I mean? It's hard times right now. You know what I mean? It's hard times, and these companies are making hand over fist. There's no excuses. Something like that needs to be in a big box. The Jotnar editions need to be in a big box, not in no freaking sleeve or no thin piece of cardboard just wrapped around. Man, they throw them boxes, man. They throw them boxes left and right. Them boxes be moved around like nobody's tomorrow. But let my Jotnar edition comes in stupid and see what happens. Man, you crazy out your head. You crazy out your head. Now, let me get on with it, man. All right, next topic. Let's talk about Phil Spencer and Sony agreement. And once again, we already know when it comes to Call of Duty and all that stuff, what Phil Spencer said and hey, listen, Call of Duty will remain on PlayStation. The same version that is released across Xbox and everywhere else where Game Pass is incorporated, wherever Game Pass is on, it's going to be the same version across the board. And so I know Sony was sweating about this, and, Call of Duty is a big thing for them, but we have to really talk about this because this just kind of popped up over the weekend as well. And I was like, well, hey, there you go, Sony. There you go. I mean, you have nothing to worry about, but at the same time, still prepare yourself. Still prepare yourself, Sony. You got to stand on your own 2 feet and be creative because you just never know. Long after this agreement is up, then what you're going to do. So let's talk about this, right? So Call of Duty PlayStation agreement is well beyond the typical deals, right? It's well beyond the industry standard as far as deals and everything like that. And so Phil literally typed up an agreement and sent it to Sony to guarantee Call of Duty on PlayStation with, featured content and all of that type of stuff for at least several more years. So beyond the current contract that Sony have right now for Call of Duty, yes, it's going to go on for several more years beyond this current contract, which is really, really good because, hey, more people play Call of Duty on PlayStation to begin with. And this is a really good sign that, hey, listen, Sony can continue to make money, but probably not as much because, they're probably not going to have the marketing rights, obviously, because it's going to be on Xbox, right? First, obviously, day one, Game Pass, they're going to have all the marketing rights right there and then, but it's still going to be on PlayStation. After this agreement, contract, or whatever it is up, long after that, Call of Duty will still remain on there. And so this definitely goes beyond the industry agreements and everything. So this is really, really, really good. And this was backed in January when they actually provided a agreement to Sony and everything like that for Call of Duty to be guaranteed on PlayStation for several more years. And this is really good. This is really, really good for people who love Call of Duty and want to continue to play Call of Duty on PlayStation and everything. So let me know y'all thoughts on that one. I think that's a big plus. And obviously Phil Spencer wrote a letter, to Jim Ryan and everything to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation for several more years. And so that's really a big, big plus there. Shout out to Phil Spencer. I think there shouldn't be no boundaries or anything like that where your games are being put or whatever. I think it should just be an infinite situation. You should be able to play games anywhere, anytime. And I think that's the model that Microsoft is sticking with. And then, they're also pushing like, what is it going to benefit us to keep Call of Duty, hip to bone to, Game Pass or to the actual Xbox console or PC? Like we need Call of Duty to be everywhere, the cloud, mobile, everywhere, right? So more and more gamers can experience it. PlayStation, doesn't matter. So that's really, really good, man. That's really, really good. It looks good on Microsoft. More money for them. More gamers can really look at that and say, wow, this is good. And hopefully we can see more and more agreements like this for IPs that maybe belong to Xbox and they want to share it with, other platforms or, other devices or whatever the case may be. So let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section. Okay. Big changes to Xbox Studios. Now, hit that like button on this one because I'm going to be digging in, okay? Remember, this is Let's Talk PlayStation. This is also Let's Talk Xbox. Okay, so we just finished talking about Xbox with Phil Spencer with the letter to Jim Ryan for the Call of Duty agreement. Now we're going to be talking about big changes to Xbox Studios. I'm happy. I'm an Xbox fan as well. I'm very happy about these big changes because I feel like the difference between Sony and Xbox is that Sony's games are always top tier, always high quality. Hence why a lot of people rock with PlayStation because the stories that are being told, the narrative, the gameplay, just the whole entire package is always mind blowing over the competition, which is their direct rival Xbox. And for the longest time, when it comes to Xbox, the quality is just not there. They're showing games that the quality is just meh. Really? You're really showing this? The game looks terrible. Or Xbox always get criticized for showing a bunch of CGI trailer and no gameplay. And people are like, where is the actual gameplay, right? So it's a lot of criticism over the years from Xbox, right? They just can't seem to get the quality control department down. And that's something that, Sony is literally the king of, and props to Sony for that one for sure. But big changes seems like it's actually happening at Xbox Studios. Now, let's start with the man in charge, which is Matt Booty. Now, Matt Booty is obviously over all the studios. He's the head of all the studios and everything. He's responsible. Obviously, he works for Phil. So Phil normally goes in whenever he has the time and check out all these games, see how they're shaping up. And this also looks good on the studios that Microsoft is actually buying because, well, Playgrounds, for instance, they're working on Fable, right? We know that Playgrounds is literally a top tier studio. You look at Forza Horizon and you're just blown away by the visuals and blown away by the cars and all the abilities and all the things that the world has to offer. And it's just top tier quality, right? Next to, Ninja Theory, which is another top tier studio as well. Or you can sit there and say, well, next to the Coalition, that's another top tier studios as well. So Sony have much more higher quality studios than Microsoft, or they have a lot more higher quality studios, right? Whereas Microsoft, it seems like they have less higher quality studios, but at the same time, how do you win the hearts of gamers when it comes to quality? By not showing something when it's not ready to be shown. And reading this whole thing from Matt Booty, like, he wants people to see Fable, right? He wants to show off these really cool things that are happening with Fable. But Playgrounds are like, nope, wait a minute. We're not ready to show anything just yet. Okay? We're not ready yet. And bravo. Because bravo, right? Because Matt Booty might be looking at the game, might be looking at Fable and saying, well, Fable is ready to be shown, right? But again, the internet is a very unforgiving place, okay? Doesn't matter who you are, how big you are, how small you are. Once it's out there on the internet, that's it. The internet is always going to remember that moment when you show a game and it looks like garbage or it's unpolished. So as much as I would want to see Fable, like, no, bro, do not show it. If it's not, Matt Booty wants it to be shown because they're doing some really, really cool things. And how do you put a racing game developer next to an adventure RPG game like Fable? Like, yeah, make that make sense, right? But we do know that they're a great studio. And so it just, you got to sit down and really think like, man, I wonder how the game looks right now, because Matt Booty was ready for it to be shown, but Playgrounds is like, nope, we're not ready just yet. We are not ready just yet. We want to hold off showing this game because when we show this game, we want people to be blown away. And I need to see that across the board, not just with Playground Games speaking up as a development studio saying, nope, we're not ready to show this game yet, right? That needs to be the same thing. We don't need to show things unless it's ready to be shown. Look at Starfield. I felt like Starfield should have been delayed as far as showing gameplay on it, like, because Starfield just looked rough in my eyes when they showed it off. I was just like, really? I get the whole multiple planets and this and exploration and they can't do this and people damage controlling. But like I said before, I feel like Starfield could have looked a whole lot better. Like if stuff ain't ready to be shown, that's the difference between Sony and Microsoft, is that Sony is not going to show you anything unless they're 100% sure that it's ready. You know what I mean? And that it's going to be high quality. And that's the difference, man, is that Microsoft is finally getting it. Look at Hellblade 2. Hellblade 2 looks amazing. I don't care what nobody want to say. Forza Motorsport, I heard Matt Booty talked about it because this is stemming from PAX and everything. PAX West, I believe. in Seattle, and there's interviews being conducted and stuff like that. And he's like, listen, like, Fable is going to be amazing. I love what Playground Games is doing with Fable. And I really want, to show off footage of Fable right now. But the team is like, no. And also he talked about Forza Motorsport, and he's like, man, that game is going to blow everybody away, yada, yada, yada. And I've seen it for myself. Obviously, we saw the trailer and stuff like that for Forza Motorsport. And my God, it looks really, really good. It looks really, really good. High quality. And we know that when it comes to Xbox, the DNA is there for high quality stuff. We know it's there, but it's not as big as Sony, because Sony is known for that. Sony is the king of exclusive. Sony is the king when it comes to high quality games in general. Sony is not going to show you something unless it's 100% ready to be shown. And when it's ready to be shown, jaws are on the floor. You're like, ah, 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 oh, shoot. Look at the graphics. Oh, shoot. Look at the face. Oh, shoot. Look at the environment. Like, you're just like, oh. At least that's how I operate. Because I'm like, wow, this looks insane. You guys know how I get down when it comes to my reactions. Like, I'm just like, holy freaking cow. You don't get that same reaction when you're looking at an Xbox game, right? At least something that is in development. Normally, like I said, Hellblade 2 is like the only game that made me say, like, wow. Wow. I'm not yelling and screaming like a madman, but I'm like, wow, that looks really good. Okay. Just like Hive Busters. When I saw Hive Busters, when I was playing Hive Busters, I was like, well, good God. Okay, Microsoft. Wow. When I was playing Forza Horizon, y'all can go look at my review for Forza Horizon. Wow. My God, this looks really, really good. You know what I mean? But man, Sony is just on a whole different level. Like, when you see Sony games, you're like, man, you're losing your mind. Like, you're literally freaking out. And so this is a step into the right direction with Microsoft development studios. Obviously, they're not going to be slowing down, buying more studios and everything like that. And so my thing is this: you can buy any amount of studios you want. But the thing here is that make sure that the quality is top quality. You're spending the money buying all these studios, right? You need more studios like Playground Games, like The Coalition, like Ninja Theory. And obviously there are some other ones, that are really, really top tier, but don't show gameplay unless it's ready to be shown. Because if it's being shown and it's not high quality, you already know how people are going to rip it apart. If it's high quality, then that entices the gamer to say, oh, I'm going to sign up for Game Pass because all these games are going to be tied to Game Pass day one. I'm going to buy an Xbox, or I'm going to build a PC now because, man, Fable looks incredible, right? And that's you keep on doing that, and I think a lot of people will be like, okay, Microsoft is slowly catching up now to Sony when it comes to high quality experiences. So let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section about what Matt Booty is actually saying here. Saying that, listen, man, he really, really wanted to show people the game, and he felt like the game was ready to go, but Playground Games is like, nope, it's not ready. We're not ready just yet. Okay, so I respect that. Kudos to Playground Games and everything like that for really standing firm that we're not really showing anything right now. Also, G2G, thank you so much for the $5. Says, what up, champ? I'm sorry I have been MIA, but here is showing some support. Says, huge shout outs to you and the MGN Nation. Let's go. Thank you so much for the $5. One love. God bless. I appreciate it. All right. God of War Ragnarok. Woo-wee. Let's talk about God of War, because you guys know that I love God of War, man. God of War is one of my favorite games of all time. Kratos is one of my favorite characters of all time, and there's no doubt about that. Okay? There's no doubt about that. But I am not happy with the way how Sony is marketing God of War Ragnarok. Now, recently, if you guys don't already know this, I did do a reaction on the channel, so please go ahead and check it out. But let's talk about this, because recently Game Informer they talked about God of War gracing the cover of Game Informer, and they had, I guess, 4 minutes of footage to show, for God of War Ragnarok. And then obviously we got a minute, and not even a minute and change properly. What was it, like a day ago? Was it Friday they showed it off? And I was like, wow, okay, the game looks good. But a lot of people was complaining, saying that, oh, it looks like God of War 2018. I'm like, I don't know what people are expecting from a sequel. I don't know what people are expecting it to just blow them away. I mean, it's a cross-generation game. I understand that there's some cross-generation games that might look better, but at the same time, like, God of War is a game to me that delivers on all levels, right? Not even just about the graphics, but also the gameplay and the story and the sound and the characters and just everything. I can't tell you how many times I've finished God of War at this point, 2018. And so different strokes for different folks. A lot of people looked at the game and they're saying, well, I'm just not happy with how it visually looks. And mind you, like, we still haven't gotten like raw gameplay footage for this game, like at least 4K, like uploaded to YouTube or something like that, running natively on PS5. And we can really appreciate all the visuals and graphics and everything like that. But also on the flip side, Sony's not really marketing this game as much. Like, the game is coming out in 2 months. You know what I mean? And there's no heavy marketing, no heavy push for this game at all. So I don't know what's going on at this point when it comes to Sony and their marketing team. I feel like God of War is supposed to be a big system seller for you. God of War is supposed to be that game that make you say, wow, I need to buy a PlayStation 5 or I need to buy a PS4, whatever the case may be. Now, granted, a lot of people still own their PS4s, so they're going to pick it up on PS4. Considering the price hike, well, Sony is doing a lot of people favors that are in these affected countries. Sony is doing a lot of these people favors because they're not going to break their necks and rush out to get a PS5, especially when it went up in price, $30, $50 more, $60 more, wherever you may be or whatnot. But a lot of people are just going to be like, oh, I already got a PS4, so I'll just play it on PS4. I ain't got to worry about the graphical upgrade playing it on PS5. So Sony's kind of doing people favors by going up on the price, right? Because then, hey, maybe you can buy a PS4 for the time being if you are in those countries, or maybe you could just wait to see what Sony does next with God of War Ragnarok. And for me, looking at the tad bit of gameplay that we have gotten, I'm like, at least we have gotten something. But this is not coming directly from Sony. Like, this is not a state of play. This is not a showcase, nothing. It's just from somebody completely different, which is Game Informer. So I don't know what's going on with the marketing for this game. It's very, very sad because this game is supposed to be a big game for Sony. This is supposed to be moving units. Now, granted, even though Sony sucks at the marketing right now, they're not doing a great job with the marketing, I will definitely say this. That's not going to stop God of War from selling, because there's a fan base for God of War just right there, base at the bottom, like a crazy amount of people for God of War. So those people are going to buy the game, but people that are brand new to God of War, or at least if you're brand new to God of War, you should go and play 2018 before you buy Ragnarok. But I had people in the past that buy sequels first and then they go back to the original. But hey, I digress. But at the same time, like I said, a lot of people wanted to see a lot more gameplay. Like, they wanted to see a 10-minute gameplay, or they wanted to see the game, being shown to us in higher quality or whatever. Obviously, YouTube compression, the resolution, all that type of stuff. But when you actually see in the game in a different light, at a higher resolution or higher frame rate, whatever, then I think a lot of these people are going to change their minds. But I don't think some people are saying that God of War Ragnarok is going to be a flop. No, it's not. It's not going to be a flop. I think God of War Ragnarok is going to blow us away. This is just a tip of the iceberg as far as what we can expect moving forward. And so I just really want to sort of highlight that to a lot of people. Like, don't just sit there and say, oh, Marlon, God of War Ragnarok is going to be trash and it's not going to be good. Well, boy, listen, regardless what you may say, like I said, God of War is going to stand tall in the end. Pierre, thank you so much, man, for becoming a member. I really do appreciate it. I think you were a member before. Everything still remains the same. All your perks will be in the community tab section. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the love and the support. My man, Frozen Bear, thank you for the $3.45. Says, I understand that you are not happy right now with the marketing of God of War. I think that they know what they're doing. They're doing it the right way. Doing it the right way. Okay, if you say so, man, that's your opinion. Okay, you're doing it the right way, that they will still, that's going to sell the most units and sell the most, but I can't stick around because I hate this. Hey, I understand. Hey, if you feel like what Sony is doing is they're doing it the right way, then hey, I feel like they should be more hands-on with God of War, promoting it more, pushing it out there, more advertisement or whatever. I haven't seen that one person say to me that, hey, it's on TV or it's here, there, or whatever the case may be. But hey, we'll see. We will see. All right. So let's talk. Let's see what a lot of you guys have to say about Sony literally not caring about The Last of Us Part 1 Firefly Edition, basically shipping this thing out in terrible packaging, not refunding people their money, not giving people, I think they said they wanted to give 20% off or something like that off of something in the store. Really? Damaged packaging, and that's all you get? Oh, boy. Call of Duty, Phil literally issued a letter to Phil Spencer issued out a letter to Jim Ryan, based off of the whole Call of Duty agreement. They want to go beyond their contract that they have right now. So Call of Duty will continue to remain on PlayStation until, Microsoft decides, okay, well, this is it, or whatever the case may be. Matt Booty literally wanted to show off Fable, and yeah, Playground Games is like, nope, we're not ready for Fable to be shown right now. So that's a really, really good thing, and it's a big change right there to let you know that, man, if it's not ready to be shown, then don't show it, and because you want to blow people away when they see it. It needs to be polished and excited and everything. God of War Ragnarok, a lot of people are not happy with God of War Ragnarok gameplay. Obviously, it's just a minute long. People wanted to see, more longer gameplay, and they said that it looks like God of War 2018, which I can care less how it looks. I just want to play the game at this point. I want to see the story. I want to see Kratos fight Thor. I want to see bigger boss battles, more varieties of enemies, which they have already confirmed. Lots of stuff happening. So let's dial into the questions that you guys are saying here. Let's talk. Says, yes, he does jump at enemies. Okay. I don't know what you guys talking about, jumping and all this stuff. Be Rich, what up, man? How you doing? Let's see here. What do you guys have to say about the topics? Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the share button if you did enjoy this episode, which is episode 6 of Let's Talk Gaming. Fire! Special beam cannon, baby. All right, my man Wolf with the $3.45 says, I get it. Some people were burnt out by not getting any gameplay and waiting for a long time. Yes, sir. That's why I said the marketing sucks. Okay. But I personally don't know anyone right now. He's complaining about the marketing of this game. I'm tired of complaining. Stop it. It's exhausting. Listen, that is a human right to complain. If you don't like the way how something is, you're going to have to complain about it. You're going to have to really speak up about it. Like, we went, almost 10 months without nothing on God of War Ragnarok, and people was sitting there DMing developers all type of crazy stuff just to get their attention, and you're really defending this? Again, that is your opinion. Romeo, thank you so much for subscribing. If you're brand new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We cover PlayStation and we cover Xbox, and we're unbiased on our feelings towards stuff. If you want to defend this stuff, that's fine, my G. That's completely fine. But I'm going to call them out. I think that Sony could do a better job marketing God of War Ragnarok. Some people don't even know if God of War Ragnarok is even coming out because there's no marketing for the game. If you're not hands-on on social media 24/7, Like, you might not even know about it. You might be a God of War fan and don't even know about it because there's no TV commercials. I haven't seen any TV commercials. Maybe somebody can tell me if they see a TV commercial for God of War Ragnarok or major stuff on buses and billboards and, man, whatever, bro. It is what it is. I'm done. It said the whole Sony situation is very sad and it's only designed to drive away consumers' confidence away. Let's see here. It says, let's hope that SIE changes its act soon. Let's hope, man. Let's hope. That's all we can do. Let's hope. Let's hope. It says, I'm waiting for Last of Us Part 1 on PC. It will be more worth it. My man. It says, Marlon, they are saying they could bring Callisto Protocol to Xbox Game Pass. No, they said that it wouldn't work. They said that it wouldn't work for Xbox Game Pass financially. You know, it wouldn't work. Obviously, Sony has the marketing rights to Callisto Protocol. So there you have it. Let's see here. Black Dynamite, thank you so much. What's up, man? Says, you are willing to wait for Xbox games, so wait for God of War gameplay before the release. Well, that's what we're doing. I never said that I can't wait. I'm just saying that I wish that they would have marketed the game more and, you know, show off more gameplay than what we're getting. I mean, the game is 2 months away and we're still defending this crap. Hey, that's my opinion. Okay? My opinion can't be your opinion. So, hey. Let's see here. It says there's a Fable game called Fable Journey. That's Xbox 360 Connect only, set 50 years after Fable 3. Journey was one of the main reasons Lionhead Studios got destroyed and split up. Yeah. About Lionhead. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. It says Sony need to get with the times. It says they stay quiet and don't market things properly. That's Sony for you. What are you gonna do? Just got to deal with it, right? We all got to deal with it. It says, why do Sony need to go all out for one game, Marlon? It's not even just one game. It's all their games right now. Like, look at Last of Us. Like, barely any marketing, barely any push for that, right? This is a $70 remake, right? You're trying to convince people to buy this $70 remake. Barely anything. Didn't even have a state of play. They just showed tad bits of things here and there. Leaks was the reason why they even went out with that whole video about the game being built from the ground. Man, I ain't got to explain myself. It is. Y'all on social media every day. I ain't got to explain myself. I'm wasting my breath. Mick Sean says, Marlon, what's your thoughts on Glenn Schofield catching backlash about crunch? Yeah. My whole thing is this, bro. Hey, man. You see the whole thing with Naughty Dog with the whole crunch situation, and you hear a lot of developers speak out about, you know, crunch and how it can negatively impact their health and family time and all that type of stuff. Like, you can crunch, but you can crunch in the right way. You know what I mean? To where it's not negatively affecting people's work time or hours spending with their family and friends. Or it's never always about the money, man. It's always about, like, making sure that you're happy, making sure that you're utilizing your time to your fullest extent. I understand that these games take a lot of manpower and a lot of time to get done and push out there, but we'll talk about that in another part for sure. But yeah, it's crazy, man. TJ, what up, man? How you doing? Daniel, what's up? How you doing? Appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Thank you, man. Sound, great stream. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Let's talk. What else we got? Ian, it says, hi, Marlon. God of War Ragnarok looks great. Do you think we'll get Sony a showcase? Don't hold your breath on that one, man. Don't hold your breath on that one. It says, I'm getting Last of Us this week on great show. Thank you. Let's see here. It says, bro, I got Last of Us remake, bro. And I was, dang, bro, we need the Uncharted trilogy remake at least. First Uncharted remake, bro. What's your thoughts on that? I don't know, man. I think we should get a original God of War remake, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Sony's gonna do what they're gonna do, right? So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what comes out of it. I do think that the original Uncharted could use a remake, I guess, but some people might think no. Yeah. So we'll see. But I'm happy you picked up The Last of Us, though. Checked it out. Let's see here. It says Schofield said that he is in close talk with Phil Spencer bringing Callisto to Game Pass, but not at launch, though. Yep, I saw that. Jace, what? Oh, my God. Jace, man. I haven't seen you in a long time. Yo. Oh, God. Thank you for the $100, man. Wow, dude. That is so generous of you, man. Wow. My man, Jace, the legend. Jace. Shout outs to my man, Jace, man. Appreciate the $100 donation. Starting the month of September off strong. I appreciate you, my man. Definitely does help out our stream and allow us to continue to do this full time, month to month for you guys. So I appreciate it. Oh my God. Thank you, Jace. Thank you, man. Thank you for that $100, man. God bless you, bro. God bless you. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you. God bless you. Wow. I was not expecting that at all. Holy cow. But anyways, let's get back into this one. Shout outs to Jace, man. God bless you, my G. Massive donation on a Sunday. I appreciate you. It says, are you going to stream the game on Twitch after this? No, the game is being occupied right now by the wifey. So I might not stream it today. And then plus we have some things to do. So probably tomorrow, more than likely. Gaming and Reaction says Microsoft new business model approach is going, I can't really see from this far. It says approach is gaining traction and the attention of the gaming market. Sony, to maintain its competitive stance, must adapt to remain competitive or... Hey, listen, Gaming and Reaction. Some people think that Sony is fine. Sony, listen, bro, I think Sony can excel in certain areas, right? But I'm not going to say it, man, because, you know, people don't care, man. People always try to, oh, you're complaining, and oh, you're this, and oh, there's nothing wrong, and this, and even when it's right in front of your eyes, there's nothing wrong. It's fine. Oh, Sony is fine. Whatever, man. Whatever. It is what it is. Whatever. Whatever. I'm always going to speak up. You know what I mean? If I see something that's not right, I'm going to speak up. But for the majority who don't care, yeah, just keep not caring. You get what you get. You get served up garbage, you're going to get garbage. Jones. Great stream as always, Marlon. Appreciate the news and updates you give us. My man Jones, appreciate you. God bless. We out here. Why no talk about NBA 2K23? I mean, to be honest, man, I'm just waiting to get my hands on the game. They just been showing a bunch of trailers. Oh, and by the way, Ronnie 2K, literally they had a 2K community thing for all the 2K gamers or whatever in the community. And they literally had a room full of PS5s. I don't know how they got their hands on that many PS5. Literally hundreds of PS5 just in a room for everybody to play NBA 2K23. And obviously, I see some changes as far as like the bill is concerned. There's some image floating around with a 7'5" bill with 180 pounds, which is kind of frail. 180, 7'5", that's kind of crazy. He'll get pushed around in the paint for sure. The badges, I haven't really seen much on the badges. I don't really care for the badges and the grind. I'm more of an old school 2K guy before the badges even got involved and everything. My park, I felt like was just kind of like, meh, the park, it's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay. I don't know. This MP situation, it seems like the story is a little bit more compelling with MP this time around. Obviously, they got J. Cole and all this type of stuff. Like I said, I need to see more on that, man. But that's that on that. Let's see here. Dragon, what's up, man? How you doing? Says, bro, so I will wait on The Last of Us remake, bro. So what do you think about Nintendo doing GameCube remaster and remakes for Switch, bro? Well, they're going to do that because they know that people have been wanting GameCube on Nintendo, especially tied into the virtual console space. But we'll see, right? I mean, they did it with N64, but we'll see, man. We'll see how they structure this stuff. I mean, just like Sony, Nintendo is going to be Nintendo at the end of the day. But, people are going to gobble it up for sure. Large man, what up, man? How you doing? Appreciate the love, man. We out here putting in that work for you guys, man. God bless. Let's get it popping. 25 million on Game Pass for what? What you mean for what? What do you explain 25 million on Game Pass for what? Explain that. It says pre-order Ragnarok for $49. Really? That's good. I don't know how you pull that off. That's good. So that is exactly what we are getting with Xbox garbage, and it's okay, right? No need to complain about that, though. No, I've said it a while ago. I don't know if you heard me. Sorry. I've said what I said about Xbox. I said the area where Xbox is lacking in is quality, right? But obviously, you see Hellblade 2. That's high quality. You see Forza Motorsport. That's high quality. You see the stuff that I just covered with Matt Booty talking about he's ready to show Fable, and the team, Playground Games, is like, no, we're not showing Fable right now. We're not ready to show Fable. We're still working on this. In other words, we want this to be the best quality possible to put it out there. I've always stressed my opinion and frustration about Xbox, and when it comes to their first party games, and the quality is just not there. The quality control is just not there as much as it is with PlayStation. I'm saying. So yeah, it definitely raised an alarm, and it definitely raised some concerns. Like, come on, guys. Mick Sean says, you got to understand quality nowadays is very different from how it was back in the day. Just saying, these games take a lot more time than usual because of how advanced technology is. I understand that, but don't show it if it's not ready to be shown. Make sure that when it's shown, it's the best representation possible, and it can blow everybody away. That's just kind of like where I'm sitting at. And that's what Sony has been known for. They have always shown things when it's ready to be shown. And when it's shown, man, it's cooked very well. It's like it's going to blow you away and convince you to buy a PS5 or convince you to do something. So that's really good. Happy Sunday, my man, King Mo. We out here. Appreciate the love. Says, I think Sony is marketing true social medias. That's it. First Lady is on Last of Us right now. That's why she's absent in the chat. Says, I think about what Microsoft is doing. Sony now pushing games to PC and jumping into the mobile pool. It says Microsoft is already there. Sony is following suit quickly or get left behind. Listen, Sony knows that, well, in order to maximize their IPs more in sales, that they have to expand, because there's a lot of people that have a PS5, right? That's saying, I don't care for this game. I don't like this game. I'm not going to spend $70, where somebody else on another platform will pay full price for it no matter what, right? So you got to understand, instead of selling 10 million or 20 million on PS5, how about selling 60 or 70 million? You have to expand. And that's the thing with Microsoft is like, listen, they don't care if you buy the Series X or S console. They're looking at it like, hey, you got a PC at your home, right? If you really like this game, you're going to play it on your PC, right? You might play it on your Xbox, right? You might play it on your phone, right? You might play it via the cloud, right? You might play it on your TV. Like the Samsung TVs only have the ability to basically, so you can play without actually using the console and things of that nature. Like, there's so many different ways to experience Microsoft games, and they're going to continue to excel in that market. Sony, on the other hand, is like, listen, we got to go beyond the consoles because we need to bump up these sales. Instead of Last of Us 2 selling 10 million, if it was on PC, maybe it would have combined sell 20 million or 25 million or something like that. I'm just saying, like, the more and more Sony can sell more copies of these games, the more sequels we can get, the more better quality games we can get in the future, because they're making money off of these IPs, and they can maximize the money that they make off these IPs to their full extent on the next project. A lot of people are screaming and saying, oh, we need a Days Gone 2. Well, apparently, allegedly, they say that Days Gone did, 8 million copies. That's pretty good for a new IP. That's pretty decent, right? And so with that being said, we don't know what the future holds. We know that Sony is doing a movie for Days Gone as we speak right now. And a lot of people are like, why are we getting a movie before we get a sequel? Well, you're not Sony. You cannot really understand the business decisions that Sony makes. But who knows? Maybe we might get a Days Gone 2. I don't freaking know. But the only thing I can tell you guys is that I hope for the freaking best. Yeah, I saw this stuff on Silent Hill. We'll definitely dig into that tomorrow for sure. It says, can't say Xbox has garbage if there are no real exclusives that have been released yet. Callisto might go to Game Pass after a year of sales. For sure. I mean, we'll see. It's definitely going to go to Game Pass. You already know that, man. Come on. We know that Sony has the marketing rights and stuff like that. So we'll see how that turns out. Xbox and 343. 343, I don't know what they're doing with Halo. It's a shame what they're doing with Halo right now. I just don't understand it. And right now, apparently, there's a glitch that will allow you to experience split screen co-op, apparently. And 343 is like, nope, we're canceling it. I don't know. It's crap like that just don't look good. Just saying. It says people are always mad about gameplay. Nobody is ever happy. Yeah, of course. People are complaining. Like I said, I'm at least happy that we at least got gameplay for God of War Ragnarok. At least something, because Sony ain't showing us a doggone thing. Okay? And people are still complaining. Oh, the game looked like God of War 2018. Oh, the graphics this. I'm like, boy, stop complaining. It says, do you think that when Xbox gets the ABK, COD will be the Xbox highest game in terms of quality? I mean, no, I don't think it's going to be the highest game. I think there's going to be other games that are going to be higher quality than COD. And let's face it, Vanguard wasn't that good. So can't really just say that, man. But I guess I understand your opinion. So it says PlayStation quality is a 10 and Microsoft a 7 for a AAA. Yeah, I guess that's a proper way to kind of put it on a scale and see how everything kind of, fits up. We already know Sony dropped the bangers, right? We might not agree with every single thing that, that Microsoft does or Sony does. But at the same time, we know one thing, that Sony always drop the bangers. They always drop the heat. You know what I mean? They always drop those games that make you say, wow, oh my God, falling out your chair, almost having a heart attack. But Microsoft, on the other hand, you're just like, oh, that looks good. That looks okay. All right. Next. And then you see another game. Oh, man, this game don't even look that good, bro. Man, what is this, bro? Calvin, you see this? Man, I don't know what this is, bro. This game don't even look good. The graphics, it looks like garbage. The gameplay, ugh. My God, you see this? Man. Now let's continue. Oh, wow. Oh, this, ooh. Okay. All right, cool. Day one in Game Pass. I'll get this. This looks great. This looks, wow. Okay. But Sony, on the other hand, it's just like whenever they have their showcases, whenever they show off something new that's from their first party studios and everything like that, you're just like falling out of your chair. You're just losing your minds. Like, it's crazy. The vibe is just crazy, man. So Microsoft is changing that, and they're trying to adapt. Let's see. I was watching the God of War Ragnarok gameplay in 4K, and it looks amazing. There you go. There you go. Yes, Sony will be fine, but Microsoft Game Pass model expanding creates a problem. If Microsoft is successful in creating an infrastructure that will sustain Game Pass in the long run, glad I have some stock. There you go. Let's see here. It says, ain't gonna lie, 343 disappoint me. For sure. They're a big disappointment. It says, how much is that Pro controller, Marlon? Well, Sean, there's no price on it right now, so we don't really know. But, only time will tell. We'll see what happens. Jermaine, Mac Bounds, what up, man? Says, what's good, bro? How you doing? Man, doing great on a Sunday, man. Just, putting out that content for you guys. Love doing these shows on Sunday for you guys. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank y'all for the support. Let's see here. Any more questions? It says, who really cares that God of War Ragnarok looks like God of War? It says, like I keep saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Listen, man, I don't care. I already stressed it out. I don't care if it looks like God of War 2018. I'm still gonna buy the game. I don't care. It's a sequel. I don't care. Obviously, it's not a brand new God of War engine. It's the same engine from 2018, just modified for PS5, right? So the game can look a bit more advanced and visually more appealing to the eye for PS5 owners versus what's on PS4. Like, people just complain. Like I said, complain when needed. If they're doing something anti-consumer, complain when needed. But stuff like that, complain about God of War looking the way it looks because you already know that it's literally the same engine, but it's slightly modified. Just don't buy it. If you're going to complain about the way how God of War look, just don't buy it. Just do all a favor. Just like everybody be telling me, Marlon, if you're going to complain about, just don't buy it. Well, hey, okay. But at the same time, if it's different if, like, for some reason, the quality of the game, not the graphics, but the quality of the game is just not there like the other God of War games, like, you know, the combat and the story and other things, but just graphics. That's a whole different conversation. You know what I mean? Like, if the writing is terrible or something, then that's completely fine. But oh, I love the combat. They definitely expand on the combat. So the combat is definitely a lot better in my eyes. Okay, the little that we have seen so far is definitely better in my eyes. But hey, I digress. It says PS5 is yeah, for sure. PS5 is a big boy, for sure. Definitely take up a whole lot of space in your house. I mean, especially on your shelf, for sure. It says Horizon Forbidden West. Xbox has nothing close to that, hands down. Right, not released right now, but Hellblade 2, when that comes out, man, that's gonna be a whole different ball game because that game looks phenomenal. I'm gonna tell you that right now, off the rip. Gaming Reaction says, do you think that The Last of Us Part 1 stack up to The Last of Us Part 2 graphics wise? No, because okay. The reason why I said no is because the environment of Last of Us 2 is just better, bigger. And the characters, I think, in Last of Us 2 still looks better than Part 1 remake. But Part 1 remake looks amazing. It really does. It looks really, really good. But I think if you guys go back and play The Last of Us 2, oh my God, dude, it's like a movie. It's literally like a movie. Obviously, same thing with The Last of Us remake, but I still feel in my heart that The Last of Us Part 2 looks better than the remake, right? The environment, everything, like the character models. Man, Last of Us 2 looks insane. I mean, it's just on a whole different level, and that's PS4. You know what I mean? That is PS4. But the remake, oh yeah, the remake looks incredible. Obviously the big eye candy is obviously the characters, right? The characters look so freaking good in The Last of Us remake, right? The environment did get tweaked, obviously, in a big way. Obviously, the water and the buildings, and they change up some of the structures in the environment and things of that nature. And the combat feels a bit more satisfying. The AI, even though Bill seems to be doing some crazy stuff, I mean, you can definitely control the AI, how they respond and how aggressive the AI can be and things of that nature. But it's still a very nice touch, but it's no Last of Us 2. Oh no, you serious? No, sir. Last of Us 2 is on a whole nother level. Danny, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Do me a favor, turn on that post notification bell. We are out here putting out that content for you. Thank you so much. All right. Let's go here. It says, I got PSVR from my dad. Once you bet for sure that I'm getting PSVR 2. Hey, there you go, my man. There you go. Let's get it popping. It says, Marlon, I don't get people, bro. There are people calling The Last of Us remake a remastered. the thing is, the reason why people are saying that is because, well, it's basically a remaster of a remaster in the sense of like, okay, you already remastered the game, but then you're remaking a remaster. You know what I mean? The whole point of a remaster is to change the assets, not a whole complete overall as far as everything in the game, but basically making the character models look better, or the lighting, or the environment. Maybe there are subtle changes to the environment and things of that nature, or the weapons, or the dialogue, or whatever the case may be. Like, remasters are just more subtle of a change, whereas remakes is supposed to be a big overall change, right? And it's supposed to be RE2 standard. And that's the standard that a lot of people are looking at right now. It needs to be RE2 standard. If it's not RE2 standard, then it ain't a remake. And like I said before, regardless of what people think, a game looks phenomenal. I think The Last of Us remake, it's very expensive for what they're offering and stuff. And I think every remake in general should be $40 or $50. But we're not Sony. We're not these developers. They're going to charge whatever they're going to charge. The only thing that we can do as a consumer, I said it in my review. I said, listen, it's wonderful. It's the best way to experience The Last of Us. Even if you played it before, it's still the best way, the definitive way to play the game. Even if you're brand new to Last of Us, oh my God, you're going to have a field day because it's a great game. It's one of the best stories ever told in gaming. It's easily in my top 5 as one of the greatest games ever made. But, we know Naughty Dog. We know what they're capable of and stuff like that. But at the same time, man, I am blown away. Explosions look better. Character models look better. They added new weapons in there. How the weapons fire. Rain falling on the character. Like, you could feel it in the DualSense. Like, it just pulls you into the experience even more. What happened in the beginning part of the game, like, it just hits different. Like, it makes you want to cry, just like you did when you first experienced the game. So that level of realism, to me, is worth it as a Last of Us fan to really kind of revisit the game. And best believe I'm going to play it another 3 more times before I'm done with it. So the money that I spend on the game is obviously, I'm going to use up every $70, every dollar leading up to $70 when it comes to this game, because I'm going to replay it at least 3 times with the costumes. Obviously checking out these new weapons, harder difficulty, tweaking some of the combat settings, the accessibility settings, and try to have a whole different experience going back into it. So tons of replay value there. And so, like I said before, I'm literally blown away by everything that I've experienced so far. So, there you have it, man. There you have it. All right. Let's see here. Anything else? Anyway, guys, I love y'all. Be blessed. Be easy. Thank y'all so much for the 6th episode of Let's Talk Gaming. God's willing, next Sunday we will bring it back where we talk about PlayStation, we talk about Xbox, all the big stories right here on the channel, sort of like dissecting everything, talking to you guys, see what you guys think about it. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Sorry, road to 50K is upon us, guys. Remember, tell everybody about the channel. We need as much people subscribing to the channel as possible. We are giving away a PlayStation 5 once we get to 50,000 subscribers. And that's courtesy of Gaming and Reaction. So appreciate you guys, man. Thank y'all for watching. Hit the like button on the way out. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Enjoy your Sunday. And please have yourself a great one. I see you back here on Monday, man. Love you guys. Be blessed. Be easy. We out.